Annoying, right? Let me show you how I fix this problem by building an email Autodrafter. Let's jump straight into it with workflow number 1. This workflow is going to be doing is generating a tone profile for the user. In this case, it's going to be me. That ensures that the email being created by the AI actually matches the tone that I use to send emails, rather than using the over politeness and robotic writing that AI generally does. Before I give this a run, I'm going to give you a super quick breakdown of how this works. The first node we have here is going to be the Gmail node, and this is pretty much going to go into my sent inbox and pull in 50 of the most recent emails that I've sent. Then I have some filtering code nodes. So the first one here is going to filter out any email that I forwarded to someone else, because generally I didn't write those emails, so it's not good for my tone profile. Then I'm going to get rid of any email that does not have a subject, because I tend to email myself a lot of the time to transfer files or data from my device to another device. So again, not good for the tone profile. Next, I'm going to get rid of any emails part of a reply chain that weren't my writing, so it's only going to keep the parts of the reply chain that I actually wrote. Finally, I'm going to merge those all into one string to then feed to the AI to actually generate the tone profile. In this case, it's going to be ChatGPT. I'm going to clean the output and then finally import that tone profile into a Google Sheet for storage. So the Google Sheet I have here, pretty simple: user, me, email address, my email, tone profile, empty for now. So now when I hop back into n8n and I give this a run, let's see what happens. And there you have it. Tone profile imported right into the Google Sheet. And if I hop back into n8n one more time, I'm going to show you that looks like I only had 46 past sent emails in this case. That's totally fine. Then we can see that 37 of those got passed through. So, 9 of them were forwarded emails. Then it got rid of any of the ones with no subject, only passed 33 items. Then again 33, so it looked like I had no reply chains. And then finally sent one item to the actual tone generator. And that is workflow 1. So this tone profile is going to be used each time the AI writes a draft for me, so that it can match my exact tone, how I usually sign off, how I usually greet people, and so on. All right, so next we're going to hop back into n8n, and I'm actually just going to skip over workflow 2. Essentially, this is just a web scraper, so this is great for business emails. I'll hop right over into the workflow 3 basic one. Now, before I run this, I'm going to give you another super quick breakdown. So this Gmail trigger is going to watch my inbox for incoming unread emails. I'm then going to filter some sections out, so I'm only going to keep stuff like the message ID, thread ID, subject, text, and so on. Now I have a GPT filter, and this essentially is going to decide whether or not the email actually requires a response. A lot of the time we get emails like newsletters or subscription updates, stuff like that you don't actually need to respond to. So I have GPT decide whether or not this email requires a response, then gets passed through a response filter, and if GPT decides that no response is needed, it's going to stop here. If a response is needed, then it's going to continue through, grab the tone profile, the business info, and then we have the actual drafter. So here's where ChatGPT is going to read the email that you just got, draft a reply. Then I'm going to convert the text to HTML and build the raw email file, convert that to base64, and then finally save the draft. Some of you may be wondering why I don't use the Gmail node here. Instead, I'm using an HTTP request, and that's because the Gmail draft node doesn't actually save the draft in a reply. It just saves the draft as a new email, but I want to save my drafts as like a reply to the original email. So to do that, you're gonna have to use an HTTP request node. Right now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send myself an email that I've just drafted right here. I'm gonna press send. Then I'm gonna head back into n8n. Actually, I'm gonna go to my inbox to make sure I get that email first. Wait for that to come in. There it is. Cool. So now what I'm going to do is hop back into n8n, and I'm going to give this a run so you can see it live. So I'm going to click run. All right, so now that that's done, I'm going to hop back into Gmail on my personal account and wait for it to refresh. I'm going to click refresh actually. And there we go, draft saved. And if I just drag this over a little bit, you can read the email for yourself, and you can see that it left a red question mark because it doesn't know when I'm free and it doesn't know when I want to meet. So there you have it. This is a very useful tool for people who are getting a lot of emails every single day. Rather than scrolling through your inbox and typing out a whole reply to each one, I just go to my drafts and I'll have a list of drafts ready to just fill in a quick, some quick little info and send it off.